Hey everyone, let's go ahead and get some cards of the day. Universal messages for the collective. May they resonate with anyone and everyone who sees it. Whenever you see it, truth be told, because this is a timeless message. Remember, it's a general reading. Take what resonates, release what doesn't. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, the information on where you can go to do that is down below in the description box. But basically, it's on my website. I'm working with the Archer's Discernment Oracle deck, which is one of the ones I created. So if you're interested in getting this, again, you can get that information down below in the description box. Basically, it's on my website. I'm working with the Past Life Oracle cards and then the African American Tarot. So let's jump on in. Let's go ahead and see. So this message may apply for you. It may resonate today, or it may resonate within at some point the energy of the week or month, past or present, just like around the time of you're seeing this, basically, whenever you happen to see it. So let's see what's going on, truth be told. Whoa, big old pregnant belly under here. Okay, so I just heard Spirit say, but we're all in the third trimester. So so it's not just me in the literal third trimester of pregnancy, but it's symbolically, Spirit is talking about how we're all in the third trimester, meaning that we're getting very close to the finish line or something. And with that, something is going to be birthed out, like symbolically. So this could be a new, like, next chapter in your life. This could be a new job. This could be a new idea. This could be a new love. This could be a new and next chapter in your current love life. You know, this could be walking away from something that no longer served you anymore. You may be moving in a whole new path. So it's going to be different things that we're all going to be birthing out coming up. But right now we're still in the third trimester. It's not fully here just yet, but it's being cooked up. It's manifesting. It's coming. So I just heard Spirit say, don't be afraid. So if someone or some of you need to release some fear. Let's see. Okay, spirituality and religion. Now is the time to really tap into a spiritual practice, whatever it is for you. Time to remain connected. You know, it's time to also, for some of you, you may be more spiritual because someone in your life or people in your life are spiritual, but it's time for you to come up with, to get more in touch with your own spiritual practice, something that you do for you in your own way that is separate for them. You may have learned it from somebody, for example, but it's time to apply it. Sorry guys, the doorbell rang. Whew. And I had to go check it. Okay, it was FedEx delivering a poster for the baby shower. But anyway, now I have to get back on track on what I was saying. It's time to apply the spiritual practice on your own time, meaning without that other person initiating or encouraging it for you. For some of you, basically, it's time to start doing it on your own to help continue to manifest the process for you. We also have the message of Egypt coming up. Some of you may have a very strong connection to Egypt. I know I do, clearly. So some of you may have had past lives in Egypt. Some of you may have spent time in Egypt in this lifetime, but you felt a strong pull and connection towards the energy there. But what I'm hearing from this is like, it's time to connect with ancient knowledge, ancient spirituality, ancient practices again. And it may be different for different people, but a lot of what we practice today, even down to some like certain traditional Chinese, traditional beliefs and things like that, a lot of it does still stem from ancient Kemetic practices from Egypt. So if you're drawn to it, maybe you want to look, and that was just an example, maybe you want to look into that. This is also an energy of gaining knowledge and wisdom from, some of you may have a connection in particular to like ET energy, or just really strong knowings, like your claircognizance is really strong to where you just know things, and that is because you still have such a strong connection to either a past life from Egypt or that area, or just that because you are connected to source, you can access that knowledge, and maybe one of your spirit guides is channeling some of the information from here as well. But anyway, some of you may also be wanting to travel to Egypt or study more about it, things like that. Some of you may even be considering moving there for some of you. Let's see what else is going on with the Archer's Discernment Oracle deck. I heard them say, be more selective. I heard them say, what they said, what Spirit just said was, be more selective, you know better. So for some of you, it's like, if someone or something already showed you a truth one time already, some of you 2, 3, 4 times already, maybe more, why do you keep going back? Why do you keep letting it happen? Time to be more selective, you know better. But whoever that applies to. Let's see. Or maybe it's a pattern that you do yourself. I just saw the number 222, so some of you may be seeing the number 2 a lot, or that pattern, or things that add up to 2, and you may need to look up angel number 222 or pull cards on what 222 wants you to know at this time. I see the message of ask a professional, and then I heard, you don't have to do it all on your own. So ask for help, whether that's asking someone else for some guidance or some help. Whether that's looking up some resources from a professional, like Googling and then finding a book or an article or a YouTube from a professional that can help teach you something, things like that. There's a need to ask for help, especially if you're finding yourself trying to figure something out or feeling confused or doubtful. But just make sure that if you are going to ask for help, make sure you're doing it for a way to really receive guidance and hear clearly and maybe seek some answers, versus looking for just some validation to make you feel better, because at the end of the day, that's not helping you. Online lurking is also on the bottom. So for some of you, you may need to cut back on your online lurking on someone else, or looking at things that are draining your energy. Like sometimes that could be like the news or the media with things that are just like not really contributing to your life in a way to build it up. It's more so just draining and sucking up your time from being productive or things like that. And for others of you, this could be somebody that you've been sensing that is lurking on you, like watching your social media or watching your stories or Googling you or something like that. For some of you, it's somebody who's keeping tabs on you, and maybe you see that they're doing it, or maybe you just feel it, and so that's just confirmation. But either way, what I feel is that if it's something that makes you feel good and it's contributing to your life in a positive way, then cool. But if it's not, then there may be time to take a break from doing it, or to block someone, or to mute someone, or to do spend some more time offline for some of you. Let's get one more message, or we'll see, 1 or 2, we'll see. Yeah. The King of Swords. So for some of you, this is someone who's already been blunt and clear and direct with you. They've already told you where they stand. They already told you what they think and feel, but you're not hearing it. And so maybe you continue to try to look for other people to like decode it or validate or whatever it is. Listen to what they're saying at face value, even if you think you don't feel like that's what they really feel. Take what they're saying at face value. That's coming up. For some of you, this is you, where you need to be more blunt. You need to be very clear and decisive of what you want, what you need, what your decision or choice is, to speak up. And this is also giving me the energy of like doing research, like gaining knowledge, and then making a very smart and logical decision based upon that knowledge. Like what's the word, what's it called, educated choice. I was trying to think of it in terms of like when you're doing like a hypothesis in science, but anyway, it's not coming out right. But anyway, that's coming through. You know, needing to be very clear and direct about what's on your mind, what you need to express, doing your research, being smart about how you're navigating things, looking at the facts. And do you think this person looks like he's questioning himself? No. He looks pretty clear in what he's already decided, and he looks pretty clear in like that I said what I said kind of energy. So whether this is somebody else who said something to you that you need to just go ahead and just take it as they said what they said and they meant it, or whether it's you needing to say what you need to say and other people need to kind of take that into account. That's coming up. I am feeling like the coming and going of messages, because I'm looking at these birds up here, and it looks like they could either be coming in to deliver a message or going out to send one out. So I'm feeling like coming and going of messages, back and forth with messages in terms of communication, getting information exchanged, doing some sort of research and things like that. For some of you, I'm feeling like this energy of like something's blocked. Maybe somebody blocked someone, or maybe someone's being hard-headed and not seeing what's actually happening in a factual way right now. This could be someone else, or it could be you. So that's coming through also. So this is why it's like you may need that extra help by asking a professional, looking up some sort of professional service to get some guidance further. For some of you, again, general reading, take what resonates, release what doesn't. And then the last message is the Magician. So know that, again, the power is in your hands. You can't control other people, but you can control what you do with your life moving forward after this point. You can also remember that the tools that you need to make some change are at your access, especially if you begin to work more with your own spirituality. You know, you can begin to really change your life, to alchemize your life, meaning turning one thing into another, creating a new and different results. Remember that the power is within you, but at the same time, just make sure you're not trying to either, for some of you, this is only for some of you though, because again, there's a lot of people that are going to see this. This is only for some of you. You cannot make a choice to try to manipulate somebody else's decision or emotions to get them to do what you want, or to see you how you want them to see you, or to all of a sudden feel something and like come forward. If you are somebody who's doing that, then you're doing too much, basically, because you shouldn't have to get to that point if something or someone is for you anyway. So that was just for a select group of you that needed to hear that, in terms of trying to be the magician and turn something into something else. For some of you, you cannot force a certain something to happen if it's not already flowing, and if it's not already showing you that they're on the same page or wanting the same thing, or that it's headed in that direction right now, at least, because energy is always changing. But that was just for some of you. But for the majority of you, you know, it's just, again, a reminder to take your power back, use your own spirituality to continue to shift and change your life, because you are responsible for your own life, not anybody else. You're responsible for the changes and how you handle it. You're responsible with how you move forward into the next chapter. You're responsible with right now and how you move forward from this. So hopefully this made sense. Hopefully it resonated. If it did, or if you want to share what you're going through or whatever it might be, comment below. I always appreciate that. And I like to hear what's going on with you guys. I like to hear how the reading spoke to you. Remember to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and if you choose to, you could always tip by buying me a coffee, and the information on where you're going to do that is down below in the description, and I will talk to you guys another time. Bye.